It's so true and they've been hurting so long. That's the reason why we named this song. Cause there's not a lot of time. Your heart, body, soul, and your mind. It's so true and they've been hurting so long. That's the reason why we named this song.
And uplift the truth. Come on, you know the state of the world. You understand, man, universal law. People all over the world. You know the state of the world. You understand, man, universal law. From city to city. From city to city.
Where do you get your inspiration?
Lesson the path.
The force that governs it all. Natural law. Justice. The king on his throne that can never be unthrown.
It's time to free the warriors, my friends. We got too many people locked up by the state, and they're counting on us to use our voices.
Good intention. I'm living in this world and not of it. And how can you set something free if you don't love it?
Establish our identity. We have to understand who we are and where we fit in the natural order of the world.
33.
The people who have created this system and they perpetuate this system, they are out of balance. They have made us out of balance.
I woke up this morning feeling I had something to say. I got doubts on my mind, it's time to let them fly away. It's time to unlearn poison and heal broken hearts. Go back to the end, it's time for a fresh start.
I'm reppin' this gameplay, queen of my future like in a chess game. Bitches better make way, snitches make no mistakes. A slip of the tongue will make me accidentally slip a switchblade. Don't take my kindness for frivolous, take my time away from me. I'ma make you see what the fuck I call ghetto discipline. Well, you better grab a water bottle.
So what we have here is a multinational, multi-generational, parasitic ruling class, raping the earth of its resources and driving humanity deeper in the bottom. And then emerging from the shadows comes a white warrior determined, resisting the system of violence and coercion. Learn how to spot the workings of the men behind the curtain.
Labor Day weekend, SoundPath to freedom. We're gonna show them what a soundtrack is like to this movement. It's grassroots, and speak the truth. Come and be part of it. Once in a lifetime, never forgotten.
I heard that one man's voice ain't nothing, that ain't gonna do nothing. Do what I will, I'm scientific with it. Gunners, my tongue never caught me with it. Telling the truth, they said I'm doing terrific. Dope boy music for real, can't be no dope boy until you flip it. Honor the spirit, switch it. If you're a real man, free your mind, don't be half full, half full.
What's up, world? How you doing, Chris?
What up, Derek? How you doing, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. still alive and kicking. Even at this hour, we put out over 25 hours of live streaming this whole weekend, and the whole team's still kind of recovering and all that. We got Jerry up in the house though, and Theo's coming through. How'd you enjoy it, Chris?
Oh man, it was epic, man. The whole weekend, and really the cap off last night with just with the live performance. It was awesome.
Yeah,
cool to see everybody together like that too. You know, I wish I was out there.
Man. Theo, it's cracking.
Yeah, I'm blown away. This was an amazing success, guys. Like we pulled it off. Bravo! You know, it's pretty amazing to see it has been manifested. You know, like we've been working on it so hard for so long, and you know, it's like for a long time it was just a dream. You know, it was just a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, but you know, here we go. It's real. So.
Yeah, it was quite the sprint to the finish, and you know, pretty intense the whole weekend still. And yeah, just hats off to the whole crew, especially special thanks to Mike, aka Afix, who is doing the whole live stream from a lot of equipment that Mark Passio so generously and graciously let us borrow for this to make it all happen to the quality it did. So yeah. Much gratitude.
Yeah, definitely wanted to chip in on that again too. You know, the quality of the stream yesterday was just top notch. I mean, the sound quality, the video quality, the quality of the artists and the music, and you know, Theo and I were talking about, you know, the collaborations that were happening just on the spot. I mean, it was, you know, the magic that is, you know, taking right action and bringing people together, and it was just a beautiful thing to see and to watch, and definitely grateful to be a part of it, and you know, thanks to everybody who put work into this. It obviously took so many people just dedicating their time, and you know, you guys, all three of you guys, obviously very much involved in that, and much appreciate you guys. Hi, Jerry.
Hey guys.
Good morning. You did it.
We did it. So it wasn't just one person. Yeah, we all did it together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, John, who's feeling unappreciated. And I'm literally telling him that I appreciate what he's doing. And we've been bickering every single day.
Oh, yeah.
And we're trying to just move on. Hi, Joe.
It's all Joe.
Yo, John, your poetry is fucking fantastic, brother. That was awesome.
Oh, you filmed out my presentation?
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's, you know, like I don't know what's always good. Joe Murray's walking out the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye to him.
Yeah, go say goodbye to him. I don't know. Everybody's a little different, man, when we come together in collectives, you know. But some really interesting stuff was going on last night around here when we got back here, dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
Something crazy. We had a lot of fun, dude.
Can you get the mic close to you? It's kind of hard to hear.
Well, I'm kind of like whispering because the house has a bunch of people sleeping in it still.
No worries. That's better though. Thank you.
So, I guess we're streaming to some of the platforms with this. Are we? What platforms are we on right now, guys? Because I can tell you what platforms we were on yesterday.
You mean these kind of platforms?
Platforms. Oh yeah, look at Chris. Oh my God, the plants are beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Look at the buds this guy's got. Get over here, guys. Look at this, man. Show him again, dude. Show him again. Look. Wow. Look at that stuff. That's amazing.
I didn't even plant those. Those were just planted by nature. They came up on themselves.
Wow.
That's awesome. How's it going, gentlemen? Brandon, great set, man. Love your music and energy and passion. Nathan, how's it going, y'all?
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Nathan was such a huge help yesterday, man. Like, I really feel like
hell yeah.
every single cog in that wheel that was turning yesterday, man. Like, did you guys go back and listen to the sound quality of that fucking broadcast? Unbelievable. Let's talk about Afix, Mike.
Yeah, right.
Mr. Mike, man, with his sound quality, ability, and delivery system. Wow, dude, what an amazing man. Oh, we got Joe Murray. We're live streaming on the Aftermath. You want to say hello to the guys from the online side of things? Come on, man, get over here, bro. What's up, Joe Murray in the house?
Good, Derek. What up, man?
Cracking, y'all.
That's your boy.
Yeah, buddy.
You're over here. Don't you were down here.
Yeah, I was tied up in making like 20 videos before coming over here. Otherwise, I would have flown out there. Yeah, just trying to hold down the fort over here. But
Oh, I saw you on a live stream with Jerry.
oh yeah, I was digitally implanted there by Mike's magical digital abilities and all that shit.
Fucking
Yeah,
fooled me. Holy
I
shit.
And that song Endgame was dope.
Thank you, dude. Hey, things
Yeah,
got a little
man.
fucked up because I think it was miscommunication. I wanted pauses in between the songs so I could talk a little bit and explain the tracks, but I had to improvise because the music was just coming in. But I think it came out all right, you know.
Fuck yeah, man.
I thought it was bad, bro. I'm just putting that out there. Let me put my 2 cents in.
Thank you. Yeah, man, it was fun. Fucking great people, very talented artists. It was a great time, dude.
Oh, Conrad with his debut album, man. Yo, he rolled that stage, man. It was amazing, dude. I just was like, wow, this is where we're at. This is real.
He definitely looked like he'd been there before.
Yeah. So natural at it, right?
Yeah, it was a tough act to follow too. You know, shit.
Yup. So, what was it like from being overseas and watching the stream? Like, was there fidelity issues? I mean, we all know that we couldn't stream the Rumble because of the France situation, but like seriously, like look at this guy's. That's Conrad.
Award, damn.
What is that? Ready to take tyranny out, dude. Smack tyranny. But here, look in this Airbnb, you see how he's standing in front of that piano? There's been different people that got on that thing all weekend long, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like people just like practicing their music and stuff, man. Last night they were doing some acapellas all on the porch, man. What an amazing experience.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure Chris Jansen was jamming a little bit with Brendan, something like that. You know, Chris, musician as well, right? So yeah.
Yeah, Leslie Powers and Jerry Cavazuto hanging out in the hot tub talking strategies on how to move forward as powerful females in the One Great Work Network and the Great Work Movement, bro. Like, just to be around these people is an amazing experience.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, I was trying to live vicariously through the moment, not even knowing what the half is going on over there, but yeah, like with the background stuff with Mike, he was, you know, with all the stuff he's got going on and the weight on his shoulders, he's still having a good humorous approach to it all. It was great being in communication with him. And yeah, he was always, you know, all ears for like, hey, we're always like checking the sound quality, like throughout the whole live stream yesterday. You know, he was always responsive and trying like, hey, let me know if there's any kind of feedback, if there's a delay and stuff. So we had that quality control, you know, not just from the Jurassic 5 sample I threw in the promo, but yeah.
A lot of effective communication to give a good delivery of some really high quality work, man. The team effort involved with this thing, man, is unreal, dude. Like we knocked it out of the box, guys, man. If it wasn't for you guys with the online support and, you know, like everything else that like we were able to stand on like the other 2 days and if you haven't seen them, go back and watch all the watch parties, watch all the artist interviews, you know, like find out what came to be. you know, and we're excited, man. There's a lot of footage. There's all people have videos of people dancing and just hanging out, and just pictures of all kinds of stuff, man. It's just, I can't wait to process all the raw data and take a good look at it. And people were just having fun, man. They were dancing and just like chilling. It was great, man. It was a great experience.
We were having a party here at my house, and it was past my kid's bedtime. My wife was looking at me, and Presence was jamming. I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to see this through." And I had it cranked up in the bedroom, and the kids were all hyped up, and they're like, "Dad, you've heard this song 100 times already. Why do you have to listen to it again?" But it was a jam, man.
That was a fucking great performance.
Oh, it was.
He's really talented, that dude. Well, we're all gonna link up with each other and collaborate, you know.
Yeah, man.
Made a lot of connections there.
Fuck yeah.
That's the best part, man. That cross pollination and getting people from different backgrounds and different unique paths and expressions, but all rooted on that one foundation of principles of natural law, and that's really what we need in all of our culture, for culture to not be a negative thing. You know, we can it can be positive and unique in all these different ways, and bring people together and create something really cool. So great to see everybody there together, and really it was an epic show.
I wanted to briefly share that Joe Murray, Conrad, that was their debut performance of their music. So we're honored to
You're muted,
have done
Derek.
that.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wanted to add that.
I was making my Italian hand gestures like, "Damn, brother, that was your first time too? Holy shit!"
My first hip hop performance.
Couldn't tell.
Wow, didn't seem like
nobody could tell, bro.
Yeah, man. I was in the middle of the show, jumping off the stream to find your video on YouTube to send it to friends and stuff. Like, hey, you guys got to check this out.
Oh man, thank you, dude. Thank you. Yeah, it was fucking fun, man. Real good time. Yeah, it's live hip hop shit. Like, I played drums in bands before live, but doing the hip hop thing, that was my first time. But it was cool. Felt confident up there, you know. And it was fun, dude. Good peeps, good vibes, good connections. You know, it's a shame, like, not that many people came, not as many as we would have liked, but, you know, is what it is. Next year will be different, you know.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, we got to be promoting this, you know, like half a year in advance and that kind of stuff. This is our first time around, and we really just got the ball rolling, and it just sped up so fast. And like, holy smokes, we're actually gonna be doing a live concert type of thing. That was not in the cards, like originally, more or less. But yeah, Jerry and company pulled it the fuck off, and yeah, John and Jerry are driving from, you know, Florida to Philly and elsewhere. They went to Pork Fest, and so they met people in real life to make this happen. So that just enriches the whole experience and group dynamics and how eclectic this selection of musicians is, man. It's like really impressive.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, really, it's about getting that testimony down too. You know, we put forth the voice of truth and really did it in a very diverse and beautiful way, and it's gonna be there forever. Just like when you make music, you know, like I was sitting there speaking about Peter Tosh. He's been dead for over 40 years. But when you put it down like this, it can live forever. And, you know, with the internet, we're going to be able to share that music and that experience for days to come. So the audience that was there is not reflective of the audience it will reach, and really put forth and be able to make it even better next year. So, you know, I think regardless of who shows up, I think, you know, the people that mattered showed up and did it the way it needed to be done.
And you know what? We put that energy out in the fucking ether, and it has to do something, I would think. You know what I mean? I don't think it's just meaningless, you know?
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, fellas, I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. Good talking to you.
Yeah,
Right
cheers,
on.
brother.
Take
Much
care.
respects.
I want while I'm helping make coffee for everyone, I want to give a shout out. Well, I think I overheard John do it a little bit, but I really want to like honor Nathan Webb, who has been like the jack of all trades, like behind the scenes, like facilitator, all like literally he did everything from like help me get an oil changed to fucking like taping shit. I mean, and like doing security, quote unquote, for tickets, like just making sure, not security, but like checking for tickets. Like he did everything for us yesterday. Like he really and he's so humble and chill about it. But like this is
lead logistics.
We've never had operations manager, operations. Like he really is. Like so, I just want to give a shout out to you. Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Right on, Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy to help in the ways I can.
Do you want coffee?
Oh no, I'm okay.
Well, I'm making coffee for people, so I'm in and out. But
Should I bring it in here or like?
Oh sure. Well, we could, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know if people.
But yeah, it's folks like him and others behind the scenes. It's like the glue that really holds things together and makes sure that they're solidified throughout the duration of it. And fucking solid as a rock, yo. You'd be rocking that shit. So
yeah.
That's what I still got. Yeah, and that's
we got hold on, I'm trying to turn the light on in here. Yeah, we got this.
Show them the trash.
No one wants to see
how much trash we had to bag up around here yesterday.
Damn, yo. How many of you guys?
They don't let you burn it out there?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is an Airbnb, bro. Rental. Like you ain't burning.
I know. It was funny when I moved to Missouri. Like most people don't even have trash service; they just have either a barrel or a little concrete pad in the backyard that they burn shit.
Yeah, that's. We got a couple places like that in southern France. But yeah.
What an amazing group of people coming together in such a way to make that thing go through the way it did, man. Everybody had a chance to either work the door or keep it moving like out on the dance floor or, get the next artist up on the stage. We had two-way radios, man. We really implemented a lot of good stuff that a lot of us have learned over the years from watching people like Derek, watching people like Mark, watching other people that we've been involved. I've done some events too, and Jerry, she's done a lot of stuff, a lot of different events and stuff. So
we have a brief shout out from
I just really quickly wanted to compliment you, Chris, because I listened to your reggae presentation on the ride here, and it was fucking awesome, dude. I loved it. So.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that. I enjoyed your music a lot too. I was sharing that this morning as well.
Nice, man.
I thought it was like it basically reminded me a lot of Tyler Childers, but with a good message. So I'll be definitely listening to you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, for sure. And you got the same exact name as my first cousin.
Yeah, right on. That'll make it easy.
Yeah, exactly. But cool shit, man. I love it. I like your research. I like, obviously I love reggae, like to my heart and soul. It's
right on, man. I'll send you the playlist I made. I put together a conscious reggae playlist for the festival. I just got it to about over 4,000 songs, so I'll send it over your way.
That'd be awesome.
Only 4,000.
I was all 4,000, bro.
Holy smokes! Well, real quick, while you guys finish getting your coffee and stuff, I wanted you guys to hear this transmission. It's a message of gratitude to all you truth speakers out there and all that, from Cynthia Mitchell from Affirm Life Daily, and she's been following our works. She was really interested in the whole SoundPath stuff. She wasn't able to make it up to the event. She lives out in Georgia, but she'll be featured in the next Funnel Conference, and I could play a little video of the Funnel Conference sometime during this live stream, just to throw in a little variety of things. But check this out.
Grand Rising, my beautiful soul family. This message is specifically for my truth tellers, my ambassadors of integrity, my whistleblowers, my natural law educators, those who stand in truth, freedom, sovereignty, no matter what the cost, no matter what the price, no matter what the obstacle. The work you are doing is important. You are literally changing the vibration and consciousness of humanity. You are a game changer, whether you got 5 followers or 5 million. You standing on it. You standing on what's real. You are love in action. And that matters. You are inner alchemists, and that matters. You are a beacon of light, a beacon of hope, a shining example of what we can be when we choose differently, when we consciously choose different than what we've been taught, than what we've been programmed, than what the control system insists upon. What you do matters more than you know. And I know it's not easy, and I know it can be hard, and I know you can feel like, damn, why am I doing all this? Don't nobody even care. Damn, why am I doing this? All I do is get shadow banned. You're doing a great work, and it matters. And we see you, and we feel you in our heart center. You are an inspiration. You are a light. Never forget that. Never forget how important this work is. This is literally what we came here for, and you doing it. You got the strength, courage, and power, and love, and capacity to do it. And I'm grateful for you, for every single one of you. It's all love. I love you.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Yeah, beautiful, heartfelt, sincere message. Right on. Yeah.
Feel that?
Yeah, I really like what she's up to as well. I've seen some of her work, so yeah, she's on point. So for that to come from her is awesome.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Much love, yo. Oh, cool. Hello. She's just in the house. Holy smokes.
Oh my God! Hi, Cynthia.
Hey, thank you for that amazing message.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah. You want to see something else that's impressive?
Let's see it.
God's blueprint. It's the law of the land, the seas, the heavens, and everything in between, the ether, the air, the dream world, and all that's unseen. Weaving a moral code through the very fabric of life. Its essence light as a feather, but its consequences cut like a knife. The truth of the matter is the truth of matter. Our mental creation, the dream within a dream. Our unreal reality where nothing is as it seems. Anchored in love, we try to peek through the veil. Connected through source, we prepare to set sail. Navigating these unsteady waters with spiritual GPS, globally positioning sovereignty as our shadows confess. From wading in the water to walking on it. From careless whispers to talking on it. We are one, a singular source, fractals colliding, navigating, flowing through eternal time and space. Racing to nowhere, it is ultimately self we must face. The great showdown, nature versus man, take 10 paces, then turn and aim, only to see the enemy has our own faces. We are nature. We are the love we seek. When the blindfold dissolves, the frightened magician shrieks. Our true nature revealed, our heart centers expand. Instead of movies and music, it's freedom on demand. The passion of the Christ consciousness. No more acting, authenticity reigns supreme. Stop in the name of love and see the hue of your being. Understand the code, the principles, the truth, unfiltered and raw. I also like to call it God's blueprint, aka natural law.
All right. That was fire.
Yeah.
That was straight fire. That was straight
Well, we
fire.
should invite her next year. Shit.
So we're not like.
Fuck yeah.
That's
Throwing
right.
that natty long at the end there. Wow.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah, so people always ask me, hey John, what's the great work look like today? And I say, no, hey, today the great work looks like going around the Airbnb and picking up the cigarette butts that are outside and cleaning it all up so we can get a good review so that we can do this again next year without issue. That's what the great work looks like today, guys.
Going back to Cynthia's work, I definitely feel like we missed a lot of people this year, like that, you know, like I was aware of her work, but like I didn't know that she did spoken word type, you know, poetry and like that, like there's just so many people that I wish we could have had, you know, like Dub Effects, you know, I wish we had the funds to have had like Elias Clay come in person too, like just stuff like that. Like I wish, you know, in retrospect, you know, Vinny Eastwood we were wanting to invite to. Larkin Rose plays guitar.
Oh yeah.
So next year is just gonna get bigger and better. We'll have more time to prepare and reach out to people. So
Absolutely. You know, I think it was the amount of people we were able to gather together, the diversity and the range of genres, of styles, of just different delivery forms, I think was really impressive and you know, just a solid foundation to set as the baseline and to be able to build from. So it really was a great weekend. I've been tuning in every moment that I have. I kind of am busy on the weekends, but I was on my drives back and forth, and when I was home and in the morning, I was checking it out. So I got a picture of all my kids in the morning watching my presentation and singing "Equal Rights," eating cereal in the living room. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's about as good as it gets, man, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so to see people in their element, right, of SoundPath, right? Like, man, dude, like if the audio wasn't good, how are we SoundPath, man? Producer Mike and that sound guy, what an amazing duo. We got pictures, we got videos of it all going on. You know, I was running around with a camera videotaping while I'm doing this and doing that, and running around and checking the camera, pulling the stream. Like, yo, the people that were there, each one of them, including Nathan, we like it was like we were multitasking like 3 or 4 different hats each, man. And it was just like jiving,
Fluid,
man.
yeah. Just
very
like,
fluid,
so
right?
fluid.
That's a great,
Yeah. Just
Tell
kind of can't. Oh yeah, no, just I couldn't add too much more. Just so effortless and like boom, 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 boom. Just no hangups, no like issues. Communication flow. It was it was just really cool.
The real-time sound adjustments were real impressive, you know, because when I first got on, when Apophysis was first on in the morning, you know, it was there was a bit of a delay and the sound was a little bit choppy. It sounded like he had a hard time with them either way, you know, based on his words. I didn't notice much issue in the second one, but you know, by the time Presence was on, I mean, it sounded, I mean, the video quality, the sound quality, I mean, it sounded like a produced, you know, a studio produced video, you know, like one of those sessions they'll record live, but then, you know, kind of produce and mix and master before they post it. I mean, it was high quality stuff. I was definitely impressed.
well, I want to give a shout out to Mike and Seth from Arnold's,
We just did.
who is a okay, yeah, because they literally like we were using 2 4K videos cameras that Mark Passio lent us out of the kindness of his heart and trusted us with. And then Seth at Arnold's, who has professional experience sound engineering live events, and like Mike, who like literally wrote the code so that we could have a heart animation that would beat faster as incoming performances occurred. Like the level of not just professionalism but care that people and expertise is just incredible. Like we found the right people to do this with, for sure.
Yeah, and going back to what you're saying in Nathan, just tying that together, it's just that's what it looks like. This is what gets manifested with you know, conscious minds coming together, you know, in the anarchist, voluntarist, approach to things, and things are going to be cooperative quite fluidly and organically and stuff. And yeah, we even in the SoundPath organizations, there's creative differences and stuff, but we're able to come to proper conclusions and solutions for whatever, right? So yeah, it's just great to see that and hear what's perhaps on ground level over there. So yeah, right on you.
The one thing I wanted to add in there was the level of care that each person had for one another that was involved with this thing and the participants of it. Like there was different people that were like, hey, make sure, that so-and-so can go in and enjoy the show for a little while you can work the door for them, and just make sure that so-and-so is okay over there. And, it was just like, it was like everyone was concerned with everyone else, like getting a break or having another moment of breath to get involved or go get something to eat or something to drink or, whatever it was, man. And the staff at Arnold's was amazing.
They were.
They really were, man. They were so on point with us. We are so looking forward to the next chapter of SoundPath. The people that were there were just talking and we can do this and we can do that. And I could just see so many more boots on the ground and so many more avenues of interest and avenues of activities that can occur between now and next year, man. I see this whole visionary thing of people doing this and people doing that and fundraising and us renting that whole venue and having speakers from all around the world come and having performers from all around the world come and oh man.
Joe Murray has to leave, and I want to make sure he says something. So we're gonna
come on, you sit
because we don't want him. We want him to beat the traffic before he leaves. So yeah, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say peace to you guys and thank you for putting this shit together. It was amazing. It was truly amazing. I wish you guys were here in person to see the shit because the vibes were great. It was cool. Very cool. Had a great fucking time. So thank y'all. And next year for sure is going to be off the hook, dude. Off the hook. It'll definitely be better the next go around. Just got to start promoting that shit early,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you, man.
For sure. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Much love to y'all. Keep doing what you do. All right.
Likewise, brother. Yeah.
One love.
You fucking healed it, man. That was awesome.
That's the dirty jersey for me, dude.
Yeah, brother. Bon voyage, man.
Back to Babylon.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I had a great interview with him for 3 hours. Just right before we, had this SoundPath idea solidified and stuff. So yeah, that was really, really great. What an incredible guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Joe Murray came out like a fucking warrior.
Yeah.
If you think conscious hip hop hits hard in your headphones, go see it live with someone like him with the fucking sound system, and oh my god, you really you're part of we're gonna do things bring down this. You know what I mean? It just makes you feel so much more like it's a real movement to help create a much better world. Really, is what it is. It makes you feel like you're really in that, living it. You really want to, you can really help achieve that.
Yeah, kind of being the change that we want to see.
Yeah.
May we, mon ami.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this man Nathan out here doing all the things unseen, bringing people's car to go get oil changes and fucking getting everything done, getting yelled at by John on the radio.
Oh no, man.
He's sitting there eating. Where's Nathan at?
Okay, so you two rolled up to the spot together?
Yeah, I think so.
From the B&B to Arnold's, yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys because you guys are out in Mid East somewhere.
He's in He's on the East Coast. I don't remember. Massachusetts. I'm from Seattle, so I flew from Seattle.
Oh shit! I thought you were like St. Louis area, but no, that's you, Chris. I think.
Yeah, I'm closer there.
Out in the bush.
Yeah, the bush.
The proper Kush.
Yeah, I gotta be over near that bush right there.
Yeah. I'm trying to be like the bush doctor, you know.
A mighty one, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely come next year.
Out of all the bushes, that's a good one.
Yeah. I got some bushes growing with some basil and some peppers and tomatoes.
Oh yes.
Sorry, Joe Murray's leaving right now, so people are saying goodbye to him.
Yeah, yeah, do your thing for sure.
I got to get out of here too. My kids are starting to wait, but epic time. So everybody did a great job, and looking forward. So I'll be tuning in. But you guys have a great day. One love.
See you, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
Later.
I could play a quick little video while y'all, say your goodbyes and stuff.
Oh, sure. Well, I just was going to add that another thing that I've sort of realized, I was very sort of like, I would say myopically focused on getting ticket sales because I was like, oh, we've invested so much and like no one's showing to the event and da da da. And then I realized this was a success in different ways. So like Tatiana Moroz and Brendan Daniel might have future collaborations together because of this, because their impromptu duets sounded awesome. Conrad and Joe and Lady Maverick and 33, they're all in the kind of like rap realm. They all shared contact information with each other. They might be featuring each other on tracks because of this, or more, go on tour. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like all kinds of, and just like meeting people that like came, like some of Derek Rose's fan base, in the area, like came to the concert that like hadn't heard of SoundPath, it was just cool. It was cool to like just see the collaborative opportunities, the networking opportunities amongst everyone involved, I also want to give a shout out to Joel, who the night before agreed to help us with the camera work. He was like professional about it. That's like, he just was like went in and like, that's I forget Joel's last name, but he was involved. Torres. He did the natural law documentary for Mark and so we had him working the cameras.
Yeah, if you go to the Science and Natural Law documentary that Mark created, you'll see in the title credits is Leah Boone, who also gave us some real solid advice, man. Thank God for her.
Thank
you, like she kind of like pulled us out of like the depths of sliding backwards financially. Thank God for that. Because, like we're not trying to make money here. We're just trying to make humanity better, So there was that aspect to it. And then, like if you look at those credits, you'll see her name and then you'll see his name right under it. And then you'll see another clip where it says, video editing by. Like he's got an eye for everything, bro. When I saw him out in front of Screwballs after we streamed live Saturday night, and we went over there, I was like, whoa, my boy, oh my God, where have you been? I've been looking for you. Last time I seen him was last summer. And he's like, this is like, I didn't even know this was going on. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, get in where you fit in, bro. Come on, man. We need you, dude. Natural Law needs you today, bro. This is your assignment. And then I went up to Mark. And I said, I'm stealing another one of your guys for Jerry's project. Do you mind? He was laughing. He's like, just give him back. So it's like, it was amazing, man. To see people just like show up on the scene and like jump right in and, oh man, unbelievable. I really think that.
Oh yeah, I'll move the car right now.
We totally forgot about moving the car to get Joe out of here. I think I was supposed to do it. I just got caught up, man, listening to you guys talk. So But yeah, man, like Jerry says, like piercing the veil, man. Like we can do that with this project, man. Like all of us are SoundPath, man. Like I hope everybody, like I know when I was giving my shout out and saying thanks to everybody, when I was on the stage yesterday, man, like I'm sure there's a whole lot of people I missed out on, man. But know that like SoundPath ain't no one individual. It's not this guy or that girl or or this performance or this particular event. You know what I mean? Like SoundPath is going to pierce the veil, and it's going to be a whole lot of different things going on leading up to next year's big event, which is going to be like way more boots on the ground, way more this, way more that, and hopefully an awakening for the human consciousness, for humanity. Come on, man, get over here, dude. Get in this footage, man.
Tour, dude. You could do it like multiple cities, That'd be sick.
And this guy giving me a shout out and his song, like, I really do love this dude. Like the whole story with him is like, we were at Pork Fest and we're walking around, me and Jerry, like we're participating in different things. We had the kids with us, like we're networking. She's running her summer camp for the Liberation Academy Education, that's going to be coming out soon. There's a lot of us involved with that project. And it's like, like we turn around and like, it reminds me of when I was in rehab, bro. Like I had 3 different armbands for 3 different types of programs that were going on inside of this particular rehab. And this was like 15 years ago, before I had my clean time and worked in the industry and like ran recovery houses and got my nickname St. John and all, and the 3 different armbands, one was yellow, one was blue, and one was green. They called them the groups. So independence, freedom, and liberty. Like it was a pretty solid program for the most part, but people fail and the system is the one propagating it up. So it's going to fail from the door anyway, but it's always up to the individual to do their part, and like they would say, I had all 3 different groups armbands on, even though you had to be a part of one group. I had all 3 of them on my hand, and they would say, you can't have those 3 armbands on. You can't do that. Like I was like, look, man, like I go to the part of the building where the recovery's at. You know what I mean? And they're like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, I went into that group over there. That's the one I'm supposed to be in. But, like people are laughing and joking around in the corner and the instructor's falling asleep playing with his cell phone or whatever, and I would just get up and go to the other side of the facility to the other groups. And I had the right armband so I could sit in. Like I go to where the recovery's at, and with Brendan Daniel, the whole thing is like walking around Pork Fest, like everywhere he went and performed, that's where me and Mark and Jerry and a bunch of us were like following him around like puppies, like, this is where the healing's going on in this camp, like
Brendan Daniel during Pork Fest, I think performed every single night for a week straight. At the end of the week, I think I saw him like drinking directly from a honey jar just so that he could be able to perform, because that's how hardcore he is as a performer. So
and it started with something simple, man. We said, like, hey, Brendan, we're doing the whole SoundPath thing. We want to have like live performances, man. How would you feel about coming down? Because him and Mark were making friends, like Mark's a big fan of his work, man. He was following him around too, like, and he just like his words were, I describe him as the truth, like, yeah, he's the truth, and it's like, we're following him around. Oh, that's, anyway. So, I forget where I was going with that.
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everything that's happening here.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was. So real quick, so I said to Brendan, I said, how do you feel about coming down and playing the acoustic guitar with your harmonica in Mark's backyard, man, and we'll stream it live? And then Jerry, she took off as soon as he said yes. She started conspiring to get all these other performers, and then it turned into, we're going to do it at Arnold's, and we're going to the same place. And the only person, and this is the honest to God truth, the only person that wasn't with us that I wish was with us, because he's an ace in the hole. Like he had a wedding to go to this weekend, so he wasn't able to take part with SoundPath. Jeff Hiphoff. Jeff Hiphoff is the reason we were at Arnold's Family Fun Center. He does his whole Inquire and Inspire over there. He ran movie premieres with that facility, and they've always been like in kind with our kind, and it's You know, it turned into that, man. It just, you know, and the more artists coming in, and like to take a project like that and turn it around and like, you know, put that sound out there and that quality, man. Brandon, dude, sit in this chair. Sit in this chair right here, bro. Let me get out of the camera. Let me get away from that.
This isn't the part I'm used to. I'm used to the stage part.
All right.
I don't know where to look.
Somewhere in the center of the screen, but
that's why always when I do like a video podcast, I'm like, where do you look? Look at myself too much. Look at this handsome man. Yeah, no, it was really cool. I wish Joe Double could have been here physically, because I met that dude a couple times, and he's such an incredibly encouraging, just strong, morally minded man, and he's got awesome flow. And it was funny that, because I tried to collaborate with him, he tried to get me to collaborate with him like over the phone, like through digital space, but I couldn't quite figure it out. But here I am with all these rappers. He's texting, and he's like, "Bro, what are you doing?"
That's funny. Huh? Wait, hold on, Ed. There's a blip. I don't hear you guys anymore. Oh, here we go. No. Yeah, hold on. I'm a put you. Well, actually, yeah. Check the audio real quick. I might just put you out and then you join back in. Maybe that might be the best thing. But sorry about that, y'all. But man, there's too much aura up in the film. I mean, in the image there, shit. All right. Let's see if the yo. Nah, I'm not hearing. I'm gonna play a quick video promo in dedication to Joe Murray. He was featured in a couple of the Funnel conferences, and if you haven't heard the word, that the Freedom Under Natural Law Conference Funnel was quite an inspiring event for Jerry and the SoundPath crew, which is why we're kind of here and doing what we do. I thought you knew. And always keeping it true, hermetically sealed and shit, right? Is it this one? Ah, dang. Oh, no, this is Diesel Automatic, but him and Joe Murray have been doing some cool shit. I'm going to play the other one another time.
If you are intelligent, then you know that freedom is inherent, cause it's evident. It doesn't come from government, it don't come from the president, it comes from the creator of all universal elements. Some people say it's God-given, others say it's heaven sent. No matter what you call it, natural law sets the precedent. Subjective morality's a fallacy. There's laws that we cannot see, like gravity, that people accept happily, but tragically they believe that freedom has to be granted to them magically by royalty or majesty. It's sad to see people willingly give up their liberty, cause they don't really see the enemy that's on a killing spree. The state, it hates sovereign individuals, cause those who follow natural law and abide by all its principles are mentally invincible, immune to the brainwash. We liberate ourselves and then help others break the chains off. We ain't soft, we go hard, like when the thunder hits. Guns and clips, ready in self-defense from the government and the elitists running it. Blast them all, claim our freedom standing under it. Natural law, the elitists running it. Blast them all, claim our freedom standing under it. Natural law, freedom under natural law. For us all, yeah, freedom under natural law. For us all, yeah, freedom under natural law. For us all, what? For us all, what? Freedom for us all, what? You know what we do. Get big on FUNL.
Question. You got that natural law? I know these brothers do. And we're back. I hear you, I think.
You can hear us now?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Apparently, I'm not as good of a producer as I used to be, according to people.
No, it's just weird. There's like some little blip you guys had flashed out for 1 second, and after that, sound got cut off on your end, so it wasn't anything. It was out of your control, man. Shit. Yeah, you're quite the technical wizard yourself, man. I love seeing what you do with your video productions and stuff. You got a lot of skills on OBS and stuff. Got those animated wings and all those cool things. Bon appetit, by the way.
Yeah, you're funny, dude. But like SoundPath, like when Jerry was starting this whole thing out, man, and like gathering the Telegram chats and like putting people together, man, I made an effort to just keep reaching out to people that might want to be involved too, man. And like all these different people came together from all around the world, man. All these beautiful artists, man. What an event to have, like this hybrid, online and in-person performances, like with all the support like this in the background. Like one of the things that I noticed is that when we were telling people what was going on and we were saying, oh, they're volunteering, they're volunteering, like other people just kept coming out of the woodwork, man. When we told other performers that we were trying to like pull in to do it, like Jerry would talk to them and say, well, we got this person and that person involved, like, and turn into this, turn into that. And it was like right up to like the last couple of weeks, it was like, then we got Derek Bros, and then Derek Bros was like, yeah, Presence, and then Presence was in there. And it was like every single thing was like a major accolade to Jerry, man, because she knew every single person that came into that situation. No, every single person, not a personal accolade, an accolade for SoundPath. Every single person that came into the equation to do the thing, like it was going to be one more opportunity for us to reach more people.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I think it was a cascade effect, like John said, because our original sort of like influencer backer was Mark Passio. He's vouching for us. And why did he vouch for us? Because he has a long-standing relationship with John. And so like, it was just a cascade of like relationship building upon relationships. Derek Bros agreed to join SoundPath because he knew Mark was in our corner. And then Presence agreed because, Derek Bros was in our corner. You know what I mean? So it's like we can, all we can do is build a trust network where we just show each other that we're for real, that we're not, grifters or whatever.
Right.
Like we're just genuinely trying to sacrifice our time, attention, and like actual financial resources in some cases to really just change humanity's condition. Like that's what this is all about. So.
Yeah, and it's great to see folks like Derek Bros, part of the One Great Work Network, just be included in here. There's upwards to like a dozen folks, content creators featured on that website that have been either featured or hands involved in this, and that's not even close to an exaggerated number. It's kind of underestimation, but yeah. And also we got Chris and Leslie flew in from California. Amazing. Yeah, that was great to see them, and just hearing you guys and hanging out and just like on a human level finally. And it's like it's so easy to have these connections, mutual friends on Facebook and online and all this stuff, but like actually like being able to like give your brother and sister a hug and that kind of stuff, and just like laugh and have a cool conversation and stuff. Yeah, it's just it's so heartwarming to hear, obviously more so to experience, but yeah. Must be one hell of a weekend of an experience for y'all.
It was, man. Yeah, you're touching on such an important point, Derek, that it's good that you can communicate through technology. It's not that that's a bad thing, but it's not the same as really coming together in the same place and really interacting one-on-one, and really just sitting and talking and getting to know someone for real, like really just sitting with them. So yeah, it's like we need way more of that within these movements, within these communities, more just like in-person gatherings for that shared purpose of helping to create a thriving, much better world. That's what we're all hoping, aiming for. But yeah, that's that. Just wanted to add that in.
I was just gonna say, like, when I had met, Brendan, Daniel, and obviously John in person before, but this event was the first time I met Nathan in real life. And when I saw him, I was like, you have a body outside of your shoulders. Like, it was just really nice to like hug my brother who I've only ever known online, like in person. And like it was just like, I just feel like it just felt like when I was doing the Airbnb reservation, it was like, why are you doing this reservation? What's the purpose of your trip? And I said, family reunion, because it really feels that way. I feel like we're all, a sort of natural law family coming together. So.
Yeah, so the other thing I wanted to point out is if you have not watched these performances, you better do it quick because you got about 24 hours before we yank the streams down.
Just for 3 months to give those who donated 25 or more exclusive, because like otherwise it's like Leah Boone helped us realize like you need to give some sort of incentive for people to donate. Unfortunately, that's how people tend to work. And so it's just for 3 months, and then we're going to have it for free online again in December. So.
Yeah, and we'll kind of do something like a Freedom Under Natural Law. After the event, we will, post each individual artist's set or their, collage of videos and all that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have some outtakes because there's plenty of photos and little videos y'all took over there live in person on Sunday, and yeah, looking forward to seeing some of those. Maybe helping out on some video edits and stuff. So. Yeah, there's a lot of material that we can create content from, conscious content. That's it's kind of a dirty word, or it's so watered down now with the YouTubery of all that shit, And those are mostly, from those monetized, motivated channels that are monetized. And that's not the case with us. And so that's why, donations are quite important for this collective and movement, and especially to move forward with the next one. And just to break even and honor the artists and throw them some much deserved cashola. But
Yeah, and even like yesterday when I was telling Derek Bros, Presence, Joe Murray, Brendan, I was telling all the headliners like any donations we get, I want to give back to you guys. And like Derek was like, oh, well, I know these things cost money and blah, blah, blah. I was like, come on, man. And the other day when we were like having dinner, like people were trying to like give their contribution, and I was like throwing the money back, and like people were just like we literally don't give a shit about money. To the point where we were like throwing back dollar bills to each other. Like that's how cool people are. That's how cool people are, because like we're really just here. We're using it as energy currency. We're not really using it for selfish. We're just trying to uplift each other, and we're not bound by the sorcery of fiat, and like we've all done that work on ourselves to the point where it's just fucking easy to like work with people where like you're having to like negotiate to get them money, and they're like negotiating you down. Like that's literally how it's been, so. But yeah, but truly, I want to reinvest in the artists, because this festival wouldn't have happened without them. So
yeah, so in light of that, right, I'll let you guys know, because we touched on it a little bit in some of the watch parties, and on the website a little bit, but I created a Give, Send, Go to support the artists, and we were having this conversation with Brendan last night, because he's going to be on board to the One Great Work Network, and as you, round of applause.
The first musician
only to come onto the network, man, and what a big deal that is. So, I was informing him that, and as Derek, like if if you're a content creator on the One Great Work Network, you're grandfathered into the how to become a truemedia.com. You know, you don't have to, you know, give the gift and donation every year to participate. And you can constantly come back and sharpen your skills and learn with others and collaborate with others. And that's how this whole thing like kind of organically developed, you know, between all those relationships. But, you know, like he can come in and do that. But the Give, Send, Go that I created for all the people and participants, especially the artists, for SoundPath is a donation for you know, them to be able to attend that course.
How to become the truemedia.com.
Yeah. And I think that if they had the better technical skills, right, that they would be able to deliver their artistry, you know, their craft and their creations to the world better, man. It's important, guys. Don't overlook these tools that are available to you, you know, to do this stuff. So I encourage people to visit the website. The website's going to evolve and change, right, Jerry? It's going to be more adequate for, you know, like, oh yeah, there you go. You know, it's going to be more adequate for, you know, what's coming up next and what the current things are going on. And I'm looking forward to the watch parties where we're watching the concert, man. You know, like, and we delivered the sound quality for that was unbelievable. And, you know, like we aspire to deliver on what we said we were going to do, right? All along, you know, like we're going to have this event, you know, who wants to watch an event where the audio is crap? You know, who wants to watch an event where the visuals look like crap? You know, so that's the Give, Send, Go that I created, man. Hold on, which one is that? No, that's the one for SoundPath. Please donate to SoundPath, guys. You know, there's a lot of expenses that have not been covered. We're still in the red with a lot of stuff. You know, we learned, we lived and we learned with this. So we could use your support, guys. And if you give the $25 donation, you know, you'll have access to the concert throughout the next 3 months, while the rest of the world will be sitting on their hands waiting for December 1st and the completed post-production with some add-ins and, you know, some artist commentary and, you know, all the different things and videos and pictures from, you know, the event itself coming out for everyone to see. So, you know, and we you know, documentary organically.
So hold on. Let's talk about that. So yeah. I was talking to John, Derek, if you want to get involved as well, and Joel. You know, Matt and Meg actually gave me the idea, which I think is a great idea, which is that I kind of want to do a documentary about this first hybrid Truth and Freedom Music Festival. You know, this has never been done before. And I think having a documentary specifically would be very powerful in getting the message out, because it's not like to have these sort of like watch parties or like, you know, lives. I think they're helpful, but I think what would be really impactful is like packaging it in a way to really inspire other people to become musicians themselves, to you know, become festival organizers themselves, to be presenters themselves. Like that's going to be more impactful than like a watch party, which, you know, or a live that what we're doing. Like I can, you know, say that, you know, being an organizer has not been easy.
So the idea of SoundPath came to me in watching the Funnel 4 conference, Freedom Under Natural Law. And during that conference, I was blown away by all the presentations, of course, but also the music.
So yeah, I just don't like, I don't know. Yeah. What I was going to say is like, you know, I think it's going to be more effective for us in getting the message out, to inspire others to care and right action, as the Funnel 4, as was mentioned in that audio clip. You know, it's going to be more effective to package it in like a documentary form than it would just as a casual, like, yeah, you should become a festival organizer. Like there's a lot that it gets involved, I've realized in the experience. And obviously you need like a good team behind you, like you, like Nathan and John, and, you know, everyone that's been involved online and in person. So So yeah, that documentary, if you want to get involved, Derek, with any of it. Yeah.
That's a great idea too. In a, it's different approach instead of like, telling people what to do or like, preaching or whatever. We're just showing people what we did, and that's going to naturally inspire, I think.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention, since John was mentioning the how to become the true media.com class, that's originally how Nathan and I connected. That's how Conrad and I connected. That's how, I connected with Devin and Georgia from Apotheosis.
Yeah,
So
we fell in love.
So, I think like it's one thing to promote the One Great Work Network, but I think it's also important to highlight the networking opportunities for up and coming people joining the wanting to join the natural law, movement and community. This specific class that Mark runs, this festival is a result of that class.
Enrollment October 1st.
October 1st. I literally coming into this, I used computers for like email and word processing and like social media on occasion. That's about it. Having coffee in Texas. Yes, Chris Jansen and
Hey, Chris.
Leslie Powers left early this morning. It was so lovely to meet them in person as well. But anyway, I wanted to go back to the how to become the true media class. I really wanted to feature musicians that were only networked from this class, this website, because I think we've done a lot of promotion of the One Great Work Network connections, but not necessarily from the how to become the true media. And I think we have to think sort of more holistically about there is a sort of stewardship or mentorship responsibility that we each have. Like once you do sort of get in the rhythm of being a content creator, how can you sponsor or uplift the next generation of truth speakers and tellers? Well, this is exactly how, and then having Apotheosis, no one really knew what they were up to or who they were, and they got to open and close the session yesterday, and that's very symbolic because they're going to be the torchbearers. We have a lot of, not that age matters, but like a little bit of older millennial Gen X kind of involvement, and just having that like kind of Gen Z kind of involvement. I think is really important for us to support those that are coming.
Oh yeah. That's a great segue to just mention that the next funnel conference, we were playing around with titles like pass the torch, ignite that flame, the passion. That's really that life force energy that you have within you on a daily basis, and you're operating from there, and just moving and functioning towards being that sovereign being, making your own choices, thinking your own thoughts, not falling for the coercion and manipulation, propaganda, and all that shit. Yeah. And then, obviously being that shining light for others. So yeah, we definitely got to reach the youth because they're inundated by a digital dystopia that they've been born into, that older generations wasn't at that level. So yeah, it's like the older ones need to remind humanity how it once was before the technocratic takeover of all the shit.
Yeah, I'm just so grateful for John and Mark and you, Derek, everyone at Funnel, Will Keller, Chris Jansen, Leslie Powers. You guys have sort of all been my mentors, and so I'm looking at what you guys have done for me, and I want to do that for others.
Hell yeah. Or that each one teach one, the reciprocity, and yeah, just like it's that agape love, and it's like you just want to share it with others and that kind of stuff. And yeah, there's just whatever kind of offerings and expressions of consciousness that comes with it, and it's a beautiful thing, especially when there's the generosity with the interactions amongst people. Yeah, it's just it's wonderful. It's great to be part of this this group in SoundPath, and yeah, looking forward to just continuing with a couple watch parties here and there, and seeing what's good for next year. We think we got like a 50 artists in mind, and that we're all like kind of like not salivating, but like holy shit, like we didn't get this person on, we gotta reach out to all these people. And yeah, we reached out to more people that showed up, of course, but it's always going to be like that, but just so honored and thankful by whoever did answer our call invitation. So yeah, it's just honor to be amongst y'all, straight up.
You too, brother.
Yeah, you too, man. Yeah, you're awesome, Derek. I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead,
Oh
please.
yeah, I just yeah, thank you to all the artists and musicians who did join in with us. And yeah, next year it'll be bigger, and then the year after that we'll get even more artists, and we'll just see where this goes. Yeah, this first year was awesome. Derek, thanks for everything that you've been doing. You've been a workhorse for us, just every day, basically. Yeah, like day in, day out. You're amazing. I have a ton of respect for you. I have since I first started watching you, actually, like with Leslie on Dissolving the Divide. But yeah, man, thanks for everything that you've done. Thank you again to the artists, and thank you to the staff at Arnold's for being awesome also.
Seth, Nick, Lane, grateful for those that weren't able to be with us in person. Theo, Megan, Matt, Chris Callahan, obviously you, Derek. Yeah, just we're a big hybrid team for this hybrid event. So I wanted to briefly go back to this idea of sort of like mentorship and the reciprocity of it. As a sort of like older, mentor figure, I'm also being mentored by those that are younger than me. So like, for example, Corey Angelot, who's younger, but yet more experienced with content creation, he's given me great advice and stuff. So it's like, even if you're like an older sort of person, trying to be a sort of mentor to others, there is a reciprocity there where if you're working with younger people, they can teach you, and then you can help and uplift each other with advice and knowledge and so on and so forth. So there is a reciprocity there, yeah, I'm just not holding on to these rigid, dialectics of like mentor mentee, but just having a sort of fluidity with that, to see that like, the teacher and the student can be one and the same, depending on the interactions. So.
Yeah, and I got my mentors as well, and even by proxy or whatever, or indirectly. But like, yeah, we talk about the standing on the shoulders of giants. Yet the giants want to see us at that size as well. They want to see us, impress them, educate them to whatever degrees as well. So yeah, that's showcasing our talents right here and now. It's it's just in a place of gratitude and kind of elation just to even be here and be speaking with y'all up in network and in and around, just people doing the great work. It's where I want to be.
By the way, I know Dorianne wanted to join us. Oh, yes. Awesome. Okay. Conrad just woke up, so I'm going to try to get him in here. But I definitely want Dorianne to, chime in while I get Conrad.
Yeah, I've been in correspondence with Dorian. She's getting back from work. Yeah, real quick. While she's looking for Conrad, who was in the last funnel conference, this is the video I wanted to, show real quick because it's got some of that Joe Murray and I think Elias Clay. Yeah, like she just had that hook with the freedom and natural law up in there. Isn't that
We
beautiful?
also have Conrad here. He's settled in with his coffee.
Hell yeah, brother.
How was
How are you
last-
doing, Derek?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Viewing you. What's up?
We all probably got a total of 5 hours of sleep throughout the whole weekend, but yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I got a little bit more, but yeah. Going to bed around like 5, 6 in the morning every day. Yeah, it's fun.
It would be easier if you were there with us. So you have to hold it down
Yeah.
from out there.
Oh yeah.
You did awesome last night. You
Fuck
were
yeah,
like,
man.
I mean, there's no like chorus, like singing, like a female vocalist singing in between his verses. Like he's just straight rapping. Dorian,
I wouldn't mind.
Your
Hello.
world of Through the Shadow 3 was amazing. Amazing work. We're so honored to have people like you and Conrad to join the lineup. Thank you both.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yes.
Derek's
great.
awesome as well.
Well, thank you first of all for inviting me, because it's also thanks to you that I was able to create this piece and make it for this festival. Thank you so much for the work you've done, for the invitation, and for the live event as well. It looked great through the online platform. It was lovely. I'm sure it was even better in person. But it's great to see all this work done for truth, freedom, for natural law, and what is important to share.
Dorian, the content creator winner of the contest for How to Become the True Media 2022. Unbelievable. But we had our second runner-up for that. He was voted with his content to be number 2 in the voting of all the classmates that year. And look at this guy. When I met him at Two Man Same Face, I knew we were going to do stuff together. I could see it in the future. And just like to know that all these people are connected with this, man. Who knew back in 2022 that this is what we were all going to be doing?
Yeah, look
That's right.
Yeah, and there's more of us. There was a lot of us that weren't involved that will be involved next year for sure. Sure. Your presentation was awesome, Dorian. I didn't get to watch the whole entire thing, but I like how you switched the genres up, and it was very creative looking. And I'm looking forward to watching a lot of the presentations that I couldn't watch in full because of logistics and technology and running around and being people's gophers and, getting people water and checking the fidelity of the streams. And, I'm looking forward to watching it over and over again.
Well, thank you, and sorry, congrats to also people. Well done to the people who were working behind the scenes with the streaming and the preparations. All the people we haven't seen on screen. Thank you to them as well.
There are a lot of them.
I want to also, now that the festival's pretty much over, recognize Sarah Cross. She not only took it upon herself to promote SoundPath online and just in person with flyers in her area, but she was also helping us with chat moderation. Some of us kind of already knew that, but there's just so many. Will Keller made sure that the festival was being streamed also on the onegreatworknetwork.com. So there was just a lot. Chris Jansen and Leslie Powers did food runs for us, for the musicians and organizers. So everybody chipped in, really.
Running around, picking people up, dropping people off for us. What amazing people they are, man, and helping to unite the East and West Coast United States front for natural law, man. unbelievable people, man, to meet in person. Like they got to hang out with Mark Solo, and then when everybody was at the event last night, they were sitting together, they were dancing. Like Leslie got in a hot tub with Jerry, two powerful women just having conversations. What an amazing experience to just witness others correlating and congregating and collaborating, man, for this experience. It was a beautiful thing.
There were so many people in this house last night. I'm like, man, I don't know how to talk to her. I turned to this person and this person. I'm like, man, it's not enough hours in the day to absorb all of that energy.
Beautiful collective. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And yeah, Dorian, it's so heartfelt that artists like yourself, Conrad and even Theo, you guys, intentionally made something for this event, and it's just blown away. Still taking it all in, and just such a great feeling. And yeah, it's like, wow, thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. À vous deux. Your partner was as well, Lion, who did video shooting and some edits. I'm sure, like, yeah, that was fantastic as always. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, he helped me film most of the shots. Mm.
We were marveling at it on Saturday, watching it. Like really amazing visuals to go with what you're doing. It was really good. We were really impressed by that.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's when you put your mind to work into something that makes really sense, that's aligned with doing what is right. And even if you're busy on the side, like I've been working at my friend's restaurant for the past 9 months. So every day off was set for filming. Every break between shifts was made for editing. And
Wow.
but it was, I had energy to do it because it was towards a right message. It's not when you do something and it's a distraction and you get tired or drained. So you get even more energy, put your energy into the right thing, and then you end up doing it even when it's difficult. There were some times when I didn't want to do it, or I wanted to stop in the middle of the day, and we had some ups and downs with transportation. We had to go to certain locations and timing, sometimes after work. But it was smooth, even when it was hard. So it's really to put your focus into something that's really important, and in the end, you make it happen. Even if it's hard, you find that the path was open to you to make it happen. Yeah.
That's like care in action. Holy smokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just think of SoundPath and the idea of a path. Most of the time, we are the ones standing on our own path. And like you said, Dorian, like the path is open to us the whole time. And I definitely learned that yesterday and throughout this weekend. It's yeah, that's definitely one of the big, I think, takeaways or messages of this festival is to open it up and go for it.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, I just find it mind-boggling that, like, Dorian, you're like thanking us, but like you said, you were the one to. I view you as a dancer. I view both of you as musicians. Like I view Derek as an artist, as a musician as well.
100%.
Like
yeah.
I just feel like if we can just see each other as creative beings instead of seeing ourselves as these boxes, like, oh, I'm this day job or this sort of content creator or this like putting ourselves in these boxes and where do we do that to ourselves, and just choosing to see ourselves and others as creative, like generative beings, is going to, like, starting with that premise, you can co-create and manifest things together. You know what I mean?
It's where you put your priority. And of course, where you put your mind first, and then you align everything, mind, emotion, actions. And the work, for example, as a financial reward, I would say, like a job, comes after what you put first. And if working towards truth is the priority, and then of course you have a job on the side to make money or to pay what you have to pay for, you will create first for the right message, for truth, for what matters really, and on the side you will do other things. And in this way you arrange everything where you create first for freedom, and then a work doesn't define you. I mean, a work for money, a job doesn't define you. So you're never that thing on the side that helps you pay your bills, your shelter. But the priority is what drives you forward and drives everybody else forward if everyone puts the mind focused on freedom and natural law and truth. And then it follows and the path becomes wider and there's more space for more people to work on that path. It's not just for selfish reasons. It's not just for one person to manifest whatever they want to happen in their life, but it's really to walk on a path that has enough space for whole humanity and even other beings.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, and the path, or how I like to say with dissolving the divide, this, the common ground that humanity can stand on is hermetically sealed. That's why we talk about natural law, because that is something that is universal and cuts through everything in existence. The non-man-made laws that govern the universe and all this stuff, right? So yeah, that's why we're so adamant on these things. It's not a fucking religion or a fucking cult or any of that shit, guys, right? Anyone out there listening who might be suspicious, like, why are they, so obsessed with this, whatever. And don't worry about it. Ain't the case. But we got to find that freedom from within first. And that's what you're talking about too, Dorian. And freeing one's mind and everything, and also healing one's trauma and everything via shadow work. I wanted to ask you, what was your intention or motivation in deciding to do Through the Shadow number 3, Mon ami, in the place to be?
Yes. So, well, first of all, I'd like to add, you'll become obsessed by spreading this message when you understand that we become free when we are moral beings, and if that's the requirement for freedom, then you will understand that you have no choice than to spread the word. And repetitively sounds obsessive, but it's not religious at all, like you said, Derek. You said it well. Then the main inspiration was to, first of all, what inspired me to create Through the Shadow 1 and 2 was the beginning of the first podcast on whatonearthishappening.com by Mark Passio, where he focuses on the brain and the brain imbalances with a red and blue color. And later on, if you follow the podcast in order, he will talk about the green color being the balance of the right brain and left brain. So blue and red will become green, and that's the heart. And so when I did Through the Shadow 1 and 2, I had in mind that I will create Through the Shadow 3 soon. So I didn't put the green yet. And I personally added purple as, well, it's often a color that represents royalty, and I wanted to use it as internal monarchy and not external monarchy. So to create this also maybe suspense, but also journey of doing the shadow work. It doesn't happen in a day, so I didn't want to jump too fast from finding out about mind control, about the brain imbalances, and jump into the heart too fast. I wanted to show the process as well of shadow work, of working on ourselves, and in finding that we are sovereign beings, so our own rulers, through the purple color in that Through the Shadow 2 piece. And then with Through the Shadow 3, I really wanted to focus on the balance of the right and left brain and represent it with the color green, which is the heart, which represents all these consciousness, from lower consciousness to higher consciousness, to working on yourself and being a better being more moral, being more free. And yeah, but with the tarot cards, of course, there's so much in the tarot. I couldn't explore all the cards, but those I chose because of, again, the journey to self-realization and the journey to realization of truth, and with the fool's journey, and the hermit guiding others with his light, etc. And then justice, of course, when you align your action, everything, mind, emotion, actions, to with natural law.
It's interesting you mentioned the hermit, because that's card number 9, I believe. And today is 9/1, so you got the hermit becoming the magician. That's through the shadow, right? That shadow, go through it and then achieve that balance. There you go, 9/1.
Wow, dude.
Interesting. Yeah.
Great analysis. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Theo in the chat. Sorry, your internet's not working. We're very grateful for not only the website work that Theo did for SoundPath.org, but his music he shared as well as an artist. Yeah, were you going to say something earlier about your performance, or did you want to talk a little bit about
I've talked enough about my
Are you
performance.
sure? Okay,
Yes,
all right,
no,
okay.
it's been amazing. I did want to say this. Yeah, people, Derek, you were saying something about people may think, what is this? Is not a cult. What are these people talking about? Well, actually, we're not talking about anything complicated. We're celebrating the very simple, being moral beings, living like this. This is the simplest thing we could do. So it's really nothing crazy. What's crazy is that what we're doing seems unorthodox, when we're doing the simplest thing we could do, getting together with people and just enjoying each other as human beings for the things that make us inherently valuable. Even if we didn't speak the same language, we get together, we sing, we put on a show, and everybody just has fun. Where there's no egos or conflicts or things weighing us down. We're just people being free.
Yeah. So simple, right? Holy smokes. Living a life without being under duress and having false authority figures telling you what to do, and, giving you a fine or throwing you in jail for man-made law bullshit. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Just a common sense way of talking about natural law. Like, you could just also call it just like embodying moral integrity. And as more people embody true moral integrity, then you'll see better results in the world, because less violence is being done and less evil is being done, and less lies are being told, etc. So it's not like it, that's not like a religious concept. It has to do with like the actual results, and whether or not people are initiating violence against others. So that's really what it's based on. It's not anything more complicated than that. You don't have to use the word natural law if you don't want to for describing that. You just say, as more people embody moral integrity, then you'll see like the flowering of a civilization, and you can build things on that foundation and take it into the beautiful directions that we're meant to be taking this world, and we're getting the exact opposite of that everywhere you look, pretty much. So what's missing there? If we're getting the evil results, where is that coming from? And what's going wrong? Our behaviors are out of alignment with true goodness, and we become these enablers of tyranny and all these corrupted forms, these corrupted practices, etc. And then that's what I wanted. I just wanted to help make it more common sense for people. Like, it's not a religious belief system. It just has to do with like, how do you actually manifest freedom and like a thriving world that we're meant to have here. That's what I wanted to say.
For sure. I hope moving forward we can make dance a bigger part of this as well, because this is very music heavy, and I'm thinking about not only music but then the dance, that the actual motion of the body to put it to put the principles of rhythm and resonance into action, and then also thinking about other types of art. We've got true artists here. Dorian, with the way you do it with the rhythm and the dance. Also, Derek, you had a transcendence thing. You were capitalizing off of that, and I'm hoping we can do more of that in the future. But if you could have seen us at Arnold's, right in front of about 10 feet away from the stage, there was a lot of dancing going on. Yes.
Yeah, it was cool. The camera crew, and hats off to y'all. Got y'all, dancing towards the end there during Presence set. Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, just like behind the scenes, you don't see the situation and stuff, and yeah, the placement's got to be proper. Yeah, it was really cool. But let me pause for respect, because natural law, you could just say cause and effect. But yeah, what the heck? But yeah, Dorian, reenactment of when watching your video, and I saw you pick up the rose. I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then the dog is like, that's the fool card, yo. Oh my god. Let's see where this goes, man. Yeah, wow. I was like, this is spicy already. Holy smokes. So yeah, just that was really cool.
Ascending, walking up the mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, full circle, huh? Is that, your thoughts on that?
Well, I think there's a lot of details people can catch by rewatching it, and I put a lot of attention to detail, even in the editing and especially the filming, of course. But you'll find, I guess, new things after watching it a second time, maybe. And there's yes, you can see the full looking back to the path behind and decide, and then looking forward and deciding to move forward, and without really knowing where he or she's going, and then finding the hermit or the light who will start to guide the fool to get more knowledge, to also questioning with that little stone that represents the heart, but also when the work has been done on yourself. In alchemy, you have this green stone, and then not wanting to describe the whole dance video here, but when you get into the hermit cave, and then you have the polished stone and the one that's still raw, and the hermit shows you what's behind the stone that hasn't been polished, where the stone represents you, what you haven't worked on yourself. And when you go through that passage, that dark space, your stone is dark, which represents the beginning, like it's before one step, not just one step, but few steps before the green stone. So your black stone in alchemy too represents when you haven't really done the work, but you've done the first step towards to the great work. And so also there the fool, or the person on the journey through shadow work, through self-exploration, stops here and see also again what Mark Passio calls the big four in one of his earliest presentation, which are the big four are politics, religion, scientism, and new age. So I try to represent these four mind control and manipulation boxes that are done onto human beings every day for ages. And this is when the fool looks at this, and then we have to make a decision. Do I stay here? Do I go back? Or do I keep going and work on myself and move closer to truth? So after that, the stone is green again. Why? Because you've said no. And in the film, you can see, even if there's no sound, you can read on my lips that I say no to the order follower grabbing my hand and escape, but not escape as I hide and I don't want to see anything like in New Age, but run actually towards the light and decide to do what's moral, what's aligned with natural law, and keep working on myself. And then you can get closer to that, to the heart, to that green stone. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of details I would say you can find. And it's the first time that I was able to really edit a dance video that well, because I have a new computer. And so it's the first time I'm editing with it, and it was a game changer. So when you actually improve your technology, your work improves too. And that was what I've learned through this, through the making of this video, that thanks to higher technology or better technology, the work also improved, and it was more smooth for me to edit, to just upload all my data. I had so many videos that I made, so many days of filming, and it makes a big difference. So I want to thank also How to Become the TrueMedia.com by Mark Passio, because with this class, I was able to learn a lot.
Absolutely. And I think you're also touching on something important, which is that, you know, and I was saying this last night, like, you don't have to be a musician to be a part of this. Like, we need help with promotion, distribution. You know, you embodied that. You took like every fucking role in this. Like, you really instrumental in the operations. So everyone's got their part, you know, and the things that they're, you know, maybe passionate about or good at. There's a place for everybody. For those that are more, you know, artistically minded or fluidly minded with, you know, more holistic thinking, that can do multiple roles and things, having the technology aspect, having the dance aspect too, you know, the video editing, like all of that it requires teams with different skill sets. And so,
Yeah, no doubt. And yeah, I kind of forgot about that element. Thank you for explaining all that, Dorian. But yeah, like the Black Stone, the first stage in alchemy, the Nigredo stage, the blackening, calcination, you know, burning up the falsehoods or the impurities. But that's just the first stage. It's still there. You know, think about burning a piece of wood, all the char is still intact. Then you got to go to the, you know, separation, you know, wash the impurities away, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, a lot easier said than done, and it's not always fun, huh? But you gotta get her done. Maybe. Sorry.
I was just reflecting on the fact that you both speak French, and that's like the next thing that I really want to make sure we do for next year is getting a lot more multilingual opportunities, whether it's music or spoken, you know, dialogue interactions. Like, I really want more multilingual content for next year. So just putting that out there.
Yeah, and that reminds me, Dorian and I have done a couple things together, including interview in French, a couple roundtables in French with other French-speaking people within and around the network. And yeah, we hung out a couple times. I met her mother, brother, Lion, her partner, and it was just magnifique. Et j'étais tellement content de les voir. C'était génial, n'est-ce pas?
Très bien, oui.
Et justement, tu connais Larry Métis? Je crois que je t'ai fait écouter de la musique. Larry Métis?
Yes.
Yeah, we got to get these brothers on SoundPath next year. French.
That would be great.
And totally positive with the proper messages. But yeah.
Cool.
It's so funny, like, once you learn one of those romance languages, you can kind of like pick up, like, I totally followed that conversation, even though I don't speak French. So that was cool.
Wesh. So that's some of that slang for you. But yeah. You guys have to go in when? Like 10 minutes? Or you got...
Yeah, we have to leave, but we have Devin from Apophysis here. Devin, you want to We have about 10 minutes left in our live stream, and then we have to leave this Airbnb. So
Yeah.
you're welcome to keep streaming, but we have to go. But Devin, what
Sure,
was the experience
Yo,
like for you?
How you doing?
great to meet you. Great to hear your sound and discovering your music with you and your partner. That was fantastic.
Oh man, thanks so much for saying so. It was really fun. Yeah. So what'd you say?
What was it like yesterday for you? Or but Devin, what was
I mean, it was just so good. It was just so much fun. You know, we had a good time.
Yeah, we got to get these.
And it was great playing for a room full of people like who are, you know, on the same wavelength, and getting to meet people in person, whose work I've, you know, looked into and everything. So it was a great time. Very, very elevated.
And you're not just a musician, but you also have your own podcast.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, well, I archivegeneration.com. I do podcasts, and also I have a Substack, also Archive Generation. If you look up that on Substack, or Devin B. Waldman on Substack, that I also release audio and write, you know, pieces of writing like articles or entries there as well. So
that's awesome. Fuck yeah. And you're a multi-instrumental musician.
Yeah, I play saxophone and drums and some keys as well.
Wow. Fuck yeah. That's incredible. And you have like your own individual solo projects and stuff too, I take it?
Yeah, I've had different groups for sure, in the jazz realm, you know. Got a group called Braja, got a group Radical Reversal is a group. We also install music studios inside prisons, actually. So but we're also a band as well. That's called Radical Reversal. So we did different things.
Yeah, in Georgia, you guys met through the jazz community. You're saying?
Yeah, we met on tour in Germany, actually. She's from Sweden, but a mutual friend recommended her as a bass player. I was looking for a bass player in the group, so that's how that came together. And that was like almost 2 years ago. Actually, just like I was talking to someone yesterday about I attended Two Mass Same Face in October.
Cool.
I met Georgia in November, and we formed Apophysis, I guess, spring last year.
It was me he was talking to at Two Mass Same Face.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, you guys did awesome. Like you were drumming so hard to the point where like cymbals were flying off. Like you were really playing hardcore. You were really like putting your whole body physicality into the music that you were producing. That was felt.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. I was definitely in the zone with Georgia in the room, and it had good sound in the room. And it was very enjoyable. And you know, the lyrics deal with all these things we're talking about: natural law, freedom, anarchism.
After the show, Mark Passio shook your guys' hand because like he was
into it.
We were all you guys are really talented as musicians and artists. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, like we said, thanks so much for pulling us together, bringing us together, inviting all these artists to come, and you know, so it means a lot. As I said, I've been hoping for some kind of event where we could all gather in real, you know, in online and in person. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's great to see. And
I know. He was coming into the kitchen. If you want to go get coffee or
No,
something,
it's all good.
or can
It's
I
all
get
good.
you coffee?
No, it's all good. It's
Bam. Yeah, and there's you guys had a couple of songs, talking about shadow work as well, kind of like Dorian and
Yeah.
What on Earth is Happening. The banner that was behind you, John, had Mark Passio has his shadow work seminar that's still up for still open for attendance. So yeah.
November. I think I'm gonna do that. November. Thanks so much. November. Do you remember 26th? No, am I making that up?
Okay.
I don't want to spread the wrong date.
I'll pull it up real quick.
I apologize. My connection was pretty bad a minute ago, so I had to leave and come back. I would like to say that the work of musician is also very important, even just for dancers, because we get very inspired by your work.
Thanks so much.
And music helps us create and inspire us to create.
Yeah, well said. And what I was also trying to say as well is that, these types of gatherings and, from whatever walks of life people are, coming from, and whatever genre of music or expression of art, whatever, there's just, these synchronicities that happen, and like with these common threads that we all touch upon and this and that. It's so beautiful to see a tapestry being weaved in real time, kind of, you know what I mean? And just like the networks are expanding more, and just like the cross-pollination across many nations, and for multiple generations.
Yeah, so the date's the 22nd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of November, yeah.
Of November. Yeah, I'm planning on attending. Obviously it's online, but yeah, I plan on attending that. But yeah, to your point, our lyrics do deal with the shadow work as well. Like, why is it all the song we play, or Guilty Conscience, or some others? To speak on that. Going inside and making the necessary transformation. Before we can expect the world to change for the better. Like, obviously more people have to get their act together and stop like condoning various forms of slavery, domination. That's the bottom line. We can't like be condoning domination and then expect a peaceful world. So like, at some point it's like you got to choose. What do you condone? So yeah, we talk a lot about that, those psychological layers of what kind of holds one back from thinking about it anew. If certain pathways have been laid down, and now you have to break out of that and think in a different way, that can be hard. But there's no shortcut to that, and no one can do that work for another, though you can certainly assist and encourage, but someone has to be willing to look within. So we talk a lot about that, for sure.
And you guys are out in New York, yeah?
Yeah. We're in New York City, and we play there sometimes. We just recorded a record, so we're
cool.
We just finished mixing it and put it out.
Yeah. Take that baby on tour with you. Yeah. So Jerry, sorry. I see.
I was just gonna say, unfortunately, I have to pack up my laptop that we're using, because we literally have 1 hour to leave the Airbnb. But maybe we can quickly go around and do you want to like share a parting thought before you and I leave, or?
Well, just thank you. Yeah,
Aw.
thank you. Thanks so much for doing this. It's a huge honor. It's so much gratitude.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone here in this video live and in the chat and just in general with the audience and the organizers and the artists and the people online and in person, the collaborations. I feel like I've been blessed with a certain level of care of others showing the way to me and just giving back through these collaborations and this community building experience has just been an honor. So,
Yeah.
All right.
Honored
I'm so
to-
sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, please keep streaming if you guys want to. It's just like we have 1 hour to leave this Airbnb, so we have a lot to clean up. But thanks for hosting, Derek.
My pleasure. Yeah.
Bye, Dorian. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you get some good sleep. Finally.
Peace.
Peace out, y'all. Devin, take care, brother. Nice to
Yeah,
meet you.
you too.
Alors, donc maintenant on peut parler que en français. No, I'm just trying to impress my English-speaking folks out there. You know, like, oh, who's this guy Derek? Thinking, no, just kidding. Shit. Yeah, Dorian, how you doing?
Good. Thank you, Derek. Good. Your mix was great too. DJs also play a big role in the music world, and having more music focused on also interesting and important message and good frequencies is also what we need, instead of just distractions and music that harm people in the end. And
Oof,
so
yeah.
thank you too for your contribution.
My pleasure. Yeah, and yeah, it's funny because my power went off during I was starting to go off a little rant trying to introduce my mix and everything, but yeah, I was just alluding to also the fact, you know, from what you hear in dance music a lot of times, or in just like poop culture music, as Mari West likes to call it, or, you know, lamestream media, music, commercial radio, whatever the hell, right? We all kind of recognize and realize it's been dumbed down for decades. But it just seems, you know, it's like they're not really rising above like the lower senses. You know, a lot of it's just about, you know, and kind of creating this false hookup culture type of stuff. You know, it's all sexualized, objectified to a good degree. I wouldn't say all of it, but you know what I mean, right? And it's like the lyrics are just like, sometimes they could be all right or positive. It could be quite pretentious sometimes in that regards. But yeah, like I love hearing, you know, just, yeah, the proper messages that are like written cleverly, or even just, it could be simple as well. But, and it's not just some cookie cutter type of, you know, little pop music type of jingle you would hear. You know what I mean? It just seems watered down and, you know, lacking value, kind of hollow, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends what you do with it. It's just like a tool where you can mind control people or help people's consciousness to grow and evolve. And music will work like a spell, also the lyrics, and that's what is used to also push agendas today. And that's why it's important to choose what you listen carefully, where you put what you put in your body through your ears as well, because it will go to your mind. And that's part of what they use to reach you, to reach your consciousness, to reach your thoughts, to reach what will create, what will help you create in the world. You will use your thoughts, your mind, and then if that's garbage that you put in your head, then what can you create that's going to be good and help humanity move towards freedom?
Yeah, totally. It's like keeping a good spiritual hygiene, if you will.
Right.
Yeah, and being mindful of what we consume. You know, the food, the information, the media, entertainment or edutainment, if you will. Yeah, that all accumulates into something. So imagine just, you know, like the negative or positive of things. Think about food sometimes. Like, all right, you might have some food that's too acidic or not the most nutrient dense food sometimes, or whatever. It could be some junk food, which, you know, if you're eating healthy for the majority of the time, like, who cares if you have a bag of chips, you know, big deal. But the main thing is balance and being on the positive side of things. Oh, and hopefully Theo Lukes has a positive internet connection now.
Yo, what's going on?
Good. You're coming in a little hot, but yeah, coming in pretty clear.
It will put you into
Little hot.
hypnosis, a state of hypnosis, or
How's now?
can help you heal. We can hear you.
Not anymore. But so yeah, I guess. Sorry, Theo.
Oh man, it's still delayed. I don't know.
Oh yeah, his internet is slow. There's like a 5-10 second delay sometimes after we speak and when he hears it. But yeah, just think about lyrics. You know, like how much of the music you're listening to contains whack lyrics or just like minutia, things that are just, you know, dumbed down and just. It's almost like an unhappy meal you would get at McDonald's, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like whatever. It's
Garbage.
Consuming it, it might hold you over for a little bit, but yeah, kind of garbage.
Yeah, that's why we have to be careful what we put into our minds, even through movies. So music as well plays an important role on our subconscious minds, on our psychology, and again, it's hypnosis or healing.
Yeah.
Or motivating you to getting like some lyrics can be so powerful that they create this drive to create as well, or to do something good as well. Or some lyrics will just put you asleep.
Yeah.
And no, sorry.
Yeah, especially sometimes with, you know, some things in hip hop and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like a materialistic, like, yeah, get the money, get the girls, yeah, do your hustle, you're a pimp, yeah, way to go, and this and that. Like, that's the messages we want to tell the youth, you know, like, holy shit. Yeah, it's just obviously we're overgeneralizing with that, but yeah. Is your partner, does he make music? Lion? I forget if oh shit. Technical difficulties. All right, perfect time for me to play something I've been trying to do for maybe 2 hours. But yeah, so that good old funnel conference. Some of the artists that we featured in SoundPath were featured in the Freedom Under Natural Law conference, and familiar faces like Joe Murray, Alias Clay. We tried to reach out to like the Funky Fathers, who, you know, Will Keller knows, but yeah. Hey, where'd my guys go? Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. I made this promo video for last conference. I think it features Joe Murray and Alias Clay. We will see.
Inspiration for breaking free, it's taking over me. Breaking free, breaking free. Inspiration for breaking free, it's taking over me.
The force that governs it all. Natural law.
Inspiration for breaking free, it's taking over me.
Rise up,
Breaking free, breaking free.
rise up, rise up.
Inspiration for breaking free, it's taking over me. Breaking free, breaking free.
And the bubble. freedom.
The causal factor to humanity's continuing loss of freedom is that humanity as a species remains completely ignorant of natural law.
The revolution won't be televised. The media will still be selling lies to get your eyes off the uprising and keep you ill-advised. They felonize the truth and prison those who leak it. Demonize who speak it and confuse those who seek it. Get deceived with all the psyops they propagate to try to co-opt the way the movement's heading. Yeah, learn how they operate. They lock the gates on those who can see the exit and try to warn the rest. That's the name of the game and it's plain. It's all a test for the soul. On this quest we enroll. Every lesson we grow and have an effect on the whole. That's what they keep occulted. The knowledge to keep the sheep closing their pen as they creep and cloaking their nature, scheming, provoking, keep an open eye to your side in the ear to the streets. Beware of the beast out to mark you if you dare to sleep. So I wear my peace with every outfit. I've been made up my mind. If shit goes down, these motherfuckers will never take me alive. All rise.
Visualize infinite individual eyes when they realize the way we make the spiritual rise.
Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up.
Allora, mon ami, elle est où? J'ai perdu Dorian, but wasn't really part of the plan. But y'all like that? Those little videos are fun to make. I'm driven by just being in the presence and networking, whatever, with all these other content creators, musicians, whoever. It inspires me and it motivates me. Kind of fortifies the life force, the drive to keep going at it, keep continuing, I heard a little blink. I thought she was coming through. All right. C'est dommage, as we would say in French. Might play another video just to hold off or give her a little bit of time to work things out. Ah, yes. Putain, dis-moi que c'est le bon. Yeah, okay. So Chris Jansen has a new book out. Soul Expression, who a musician who he's got a book out right now. Harriet, who shared some songs with us, she has a book coming out. I wanted to play this because it's going down on the 9th of September.
How can one get to know thyself? To know thyself is to know of the energy that is all. Yet how does our unique divine design express itself? That energy is the Lord, also known as the laws of nature. As one, they are the self. Our energy centers correspond to a specific law that is within all of the laws as one, and our energy centers that exist within the one that is us also correspond to a planet and a color and an element and so on and so forth.
And so on and thereforth and such and such. Ah, yes. All right, cool. She's back. And we're still hiding behind the, yeah.
Sorry about that. I don't know what's happening with my connection today, and I've just changed it to a higher internet connection, higher internet speed.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, but somehow today it's not working so well.
Well, you're coming in good right now, so yeah. So, is there to be a Through the Shadow number 4 possibly in the future?
No, I'll stop here.
3 is the magic number. Yeah, that's wise.
Yeah, I'll stop here. I'll make new videos, but this is the last piece for this series.
Cool. Yeah. Ooh, and inquiring minds might like to know what is in the workings over on the side of Dorian, aka Greens, Sarah San.
Yeah, well, I'm working on reorganizing my work for a while now, and it's been taking me more time than I thought, but I'd like to have a website, and I'm thinking to also regroup the content I was doing for Connection to Truth into one umbrella, so it will be not easier, but just more organized for me to 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 work this way, instead of what I wanted to do originally was to make a website for Connection to Truth, one for my art, and as well as what I did, different channels that already exist. But thinking that this will make it more clear for people made it more confusing for me when I started to wonder where I would put my work. So anyway, to make it short, I divided my work in different platforms, and it became just a bit harder for me to organize my work this way, and I'm just reorganizing it so I can put everything together. And I've been filming a lot of content, but not I haven't been able to share it yet because I was focusing on this project, this dance film, and it took me a while actually to create it. That's something I was preparing, well, not as intensely than this past month before Jerry invited me to the event, to SoundPath Festival, which again I'm very thankful for. And the festival actually accelerated my creation process for Through the Shadow 3, because for the last 3 years I had it in mind, and it took me time to make it happen, to have the full vision. So the festival really helped me to move forward faster. And now, after this one, I'll take a short break. Not really mentally, but I mean of creating dance films. I don't really want to jump into a new dance film immediately, but I can focus on doing more research as well, and edit some films that I already made for more focused on art, painting, and similar to what I was doing with the Memento Vivere episodes. I'm not sure if you hear me well. My connection is still
Yeah, you're all good.
unstable. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, still brainstorming new projects in my head,
That's great. And yeah, not
but not sure
only
yet
all those
about
projects you have,
what
but
I will create.
can you hear me? You can't hear me though? Ooh, maybe not. But yeah, Dorian, you do a lot more than just, creating, videos and getting on podcasts and stuff. You create, I mean, I saw you live at your mom's house make soap, and you sell other products, cosmetics, and things that you sell at a local farmers market over there in Taiwan. So yeah, you really got it going on. So I understand trying to consolidate all your works and manifestations into one website. Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I'm just in the process of reorganizing it and then creating all this platform to share all the work. So I'm so sorry, my connection is bad tonight.
Yeah, it's all good.
I might have to leave.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Because I'm not hearing well.
Yeah, no worries, Dorian. Any last words, please, for us?
Well, thank you so much for also hosting and organizing the festival. Again, I'm very grateful for the invitation and for all the work everybody have been doing towards truth, freedom, and natural law, and music, and what really can help everyone to take right action and move towards freedom. So thank you so much for all the work everybody have done.
Merci beaucoup, Dorian, for all the great work you do.
So I will go. Thank you so much.
Ciao,
I'm
ciao.
sorry again
No
with
worries.
this connection issues.
Much love, yo.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Wonderful human being. Yeah, spent some good quality time with her and her family out in the south of France. It's la vie est belle, you know? So yeah. What the hell? I'm all by myself now? You know, everyone's in transit today in all this. But the show must go on, but not for too long. I just wanted to share one last video, maybe two, because y'all know how I do, keeping it true at a live stream near you. You know, kind of a rhymeaholic. I'm sorry about this, guys. I apologize to myself because I'm like, chill out, man. You're ruining your train of thought and kind of. So yeah. Overall thoughts to take away, like, yeah, I've been blown away. Like, I literally woke up with like tears of gratitude yesterday after the huge events and stuff, and just thinking about having in my mind and heart just like how many people have been moved by this event and all this stuff, and hearing the positive feedback from certain people, friends and others that I collaborate with, and others that I respect as well. So it's just it's very humbling and everything. So and we appreciate so much the support from everyone, folks looking out for us even with things like this. It's reassuring. It's like, these brothers and sisters got our backs and all that stuff. So, obviously we want to see everyone put on a good show and this and that. So cheers, yo. And let's see, one last video. All right. So you hear, hold on. Thank you so much, Victoria. Thank you so much. Yeah, Theo, it's all good. In case people aren't too familiar with, keeping it hermetically sealed, as I like to play around with, but I'm not watering down the meaning, because I'm trying to live this shit. I'm making conscious efforts on a daily basis. I call it the daily operation, the science of life type of shit. Just put out a mix last month about that. Theo Lukes is actually featured on there as well, and Soul Expression, and someone else that might be, I forget, Joe Murray as well. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you can get one of these t-shirts, at his on his website. And by the way, our website, you can check out every single artist. You can click on their image. Theo did a great job on the website, keeping it, high maintenance and in order and functioning properly. Much respects, brother. So you can just scroll down and see what so many of these fantastic musicians have going on their ends, because obviously most of them have shared just a sample of what they have been producing. So I know I'll be spending some time getting to know more of these musicians' music as well, to possibly throw in future mixes. And I might even do a mix specifically based off of songs that were played in this music festival. We'll see. But so what I was getting at, I'm gonna play one last video. It is a pretty cool video that explains the Hermetic principles, and to clarify more about what natty law or natural law is about. And this is on that good old nattylaw.com website. And it's just the codes of creation, Gotta stay aligned to these things.
All it is the seven principles. Consciousness of madness and not rituals. Transcend the darkness to light the visuals. Manifesting the spiritual.
Play out the visuals, meditating on principles. The levitation of thought altering gravitation of mentals.
From the underworld to this world, I use my principle.
Vibrations transcend space and time. Pure at heart because I deal with the mind.
We the total opposite. Laws of polarity.
And while I'm living, given the rhythm, heed the word and the bass drop given.
That's right, now pause for a sec. If you think about cause and effect, the laws respect have been broken. Now it's time for you to pay.
Ladies and gentlemen, hip-hop hermetically sealed, we supersede.
Cause nature obeys its own laws. And will we ever awaken your mind to the truth that you find?
Laws operating upon substances and elements.
The phenomenal world or universe is simply a mental creation of all which is subject to the laws of created things. And that the universe as a whole in its parts or units has existed within the mind of all, which is the mind we live in, move, and have our being. So this principle, by establishing the mental nature of the universe, explains all the varied spiritual and mental and psychic and metaphysical phenomenon that occupies such a large portion of all these things, to which without such explanations people aren't going to understand right away what all of this means. So, understanding, understanding, and overstanding how mentalism empowers the individual, it's to grasp the laws of the mental universe and apply the same things in action to our well-being and advancement.
There is not one principle in space that is not somewhere in man. There is no law operating in space which does not operate somewhere also in the compound construction of the human being. That which is above is like that which is below. That which is superior is like unto that which is inferior. This means that there is a tremendous archetypal symphony between the universe and the electron. That actually the cell, the atom, each of these is a little world. And the world is the great cell, the great atom. That everything actually moves upon one basic key pattern. And who possesses the key to that pattern possesses the key to all knowledge.
The third principle is the principle of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Now, this is a quote directly from the Kabbalah. Now, with this being said, we know in physics this is definitely something that they've been studying, and we're able to determine that we're made up of atoms, and atoms is just nothing but energy moving at fast speeds with light particles and very, very little bit of actual mass of matter. And the fraction of a fraction of a fraction of percentage of matter that we actually exist in, it really takes you to understand the nature of this reality, to know that if it's all vibrating, if it's all moving, things can be bent, and that you have the ability to bring things into fruition through creation. And also, it allows you to be able to elevate out of your mental constructs.
Polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet, all paradoxes may be reconciled. We advise all students to familiarize themselves with the great fourth Hermetic principle. The principle of polarity embodies the truth that all manifested things have two sides, two aspects, two poles, a pair of opposites with manifold degrees between the two extremes. A knowledge of the existence of this great Hermetic principle will enable the student to better understand his own mental states and those of other people. He will see that these states are all matters of degree, and seeing thus, he will be able to raise or lower the vibration at will, to change his mental poles, and thus be master of his mental states, instead of being their servant and slave.
Let's look at the principle of rhythm. Everything
Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall.
Connect mind with rhythm.
Everything has a rhythm to it or swing to it. There's tendencies that exist in energy.
Connect mind with rhythm.
The pendulum swing manifests in everything that we undergo, everything we perceive. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. It's just an opposite. It's perceived as an opposite.
Connect mind with rhythm.
Cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law. Chance is but a name for law not recognized. There are many planes of causation, but nothing escapes the law. This principle embodies the fact that there is a cause for every effect and an effect for every cause. Everything happens according to law, that nothing ever merely happens, that there is no such thing as chance. Yet while there are various planes of cause and effect, the higher dominating the lower planes is still nothing ever entirely escapes the law. Getting people to understand that, hey, no matter what you do, good or bad, there's going to be an effect. But the problem is we have too many people stuck in the realm of effects and not enough people stuck in the realm of cause.
Now, the seventh Hermetic natural law principle states and reminds us there are only two genders, masculine and feminine, on every plane of existence and is not limited to sex. That is, its manifestation on the physical plane as male and female. The etymology of gender comes from the Latin word meaning to generate, to create, to produce, procreate. The two polarities in service to one another as the active principle of the masculine, the positive pole, as giving, and the passive principle of the feminine, negative pole, as receiving. Now, mental gender in the Hermeticum considers the dual mind of the masculine, objective, conscious, active mind, and feminine, subjective, subconscious, passive mind. The Hermeticum invites us all to go within and meditate upon the mental twins.
It is possible for us to co-create a positive outcome, even in the late stage that we are in right now. Even how far into bondage and slavery we are in. A positive outcome is possible for us to co-create, but this can only be accomplished if we care enough to learn the truth ourselves and then develop the courage to continuously speak that truth to other people so that they may also learn it.
The way of knowledge is by searching the heart. The highway of wisdom is by the practice of righteousness.
So let me add some in, blend what my Autotron sent opposite tonight. I'm the key to the realm of eternal life, that's right. Follow me, lost ones, the sun's reliable. It's vital, did you follow my path that is spiral? If you choose to come follow each step I guide you with, don't sleep or you'll miss my lessons of progressive consciousness, universal law of justice. Bust this, I speak with experience. Have these cats now past game witches overheard comments, while lighting minds with hard-earned topics. My essence is that of the tropics. Wise hold my words close to their hearts like lockets. Loved ones and memories, it's a simple known factor.
Hip hop hermetically sealed, we supersede. Hip hop hermetically sealed, we supersede. Hip hop hermetically sealed, we supersede.
And there you have it, folks. Thanks so much again for tuning in. SoundPath on YouTube or Odyssey. We weren't able to get the Rumble channel set up, but you can check out all the festivals live streaming on whatever platform. SoundPath.org. You can easily find all our platforms there. Theolux did a great job on making that easy for people to find and navigate, hopefully. So yeah, you can sign up for the newsletter. We're going to try to keep people informed, here and there. We're not going to bombard your inbox with stuff, but little updates and whatever that is the haps with SoundPath moving into 2026 and whatever's going to be in the mix. So yeah, thanks again for being here with us. We really tried to make something special, and I think it's been mission accomplished. So I feel that in my heart. It's not just a thought. So take care out there, and we'll be in touch. This is far from the last you'll hear from us, and we'll upload videos of each artist's set all in good time, and you can currently check out our donation page, and there's a $25 donation bundle offering where you can have early access to the artist's individual videos and some other material we're going to be working on producing, because there's a lot of hands on deck on Sunday that we're taking little videos here and there. I think some interactions, possible mini interviews, whatever, between content creators, folks in network, and the artists. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. So voila. Thank you once again, my friends, and yeah, peace.